What's up, you guys? This is Sentinel Training here, going over 4 useful methods to descend a rope when you're climbing the rope. 2 are going to be for a standard foot-assisted rope climb, and 2 will be for legless rope climb ascents. We'll start with the standard J-hook descent. Many of you guys use the J-hook or the basket method to ascend the rope when using your feet. And in order to keep that J-hook and descend smoothly, here are a couple tips to help you do so. When you get to the top and you touch that 15-foot mark or 12 mark or 18-foot mark on your standard rope climb and you're using the J-hook foot clamp, you're going to slightly bend the knees, relax your feet, and angle your toes downward in order to initiate the slide and descent. When you get about 2 feet off the floor, pinch with your hands, let your feet go, and drop. As you can see here, when I get to the top, I slightly flex my knees and I relax my feet downward, and that allows me to slide down the rope without squeezing too hard, without the rope getting caught in my feet, and without becoming tangled up in a big mess. When I get to about 2 feet off the floor, I squeeze, stop my descent, kick my feet apart, and drop from the rope. For our next method of descending the rope, still using the J-hook ascent method, we're going to be going over the squat and grab. This is a way you can descend the rope in a workout if you have a chunk of reps that you need to accomplish very, very quickly, and you don't want to waste time being as efficient on the way down the rope. When you descend the rope this way, you get up to your 15-foot mark, you touch the mark, and then you immediately squat back into your foot clamp, essentially bringing your knees to your chest and grabbing the rope right above your feet. Then you let your feet drop and your body elongate before just letting go and falling to the ground. Usually, if you have a reasonable, if you're maybe 5'5" or taller, this can be a good method because when you squat back into your foot clamp, grab the rope and extend, your feet are only about 3 to 3.5 feet off the floor, which is a relatively safe distance to land. So this is going to be the squat and grab. Keep watching it a few times. Notice as soon as I pinch, stand, and touch the 15-foot mark, I squat back down to my feet, grab the rope right above my feet. Then I let my body extend before dropping to the floor. When dropping, you can keep your hands on the rope with a very loose grip just to give you something to help with balance when your feet land. So your feet land, instead of falling to one direction or the next, you have your hands on the rope. You can squeeze the rope and allow it to assist you there. For our next method of descending the rope, we're going to be going over legless rope climb descent methods. This first one is going to be the most efficient way, and this is going to be using the feet to assist in the heel hook method. I'm sure you guys have seen Rich Froning climb a rope. He likes to ascend with the heel hook method. We believe the J-hook is more efficient up the rope, and if you learn how to use your feet, relax the knees, and point the toes downward, it can be just as efficient down. But the heel hook method is an easier method to have a very fast ascent. Here you'll notice when I touch the 15-foot mark, I've ascended legless. I'm going to take my right foot and wrap it around the rope, hook my heel through the rope, and slide down. If you watch this in slow motion, again, notice I'm bringing my right leg around, hooking the heel into the rope, almost stepping on my other foot, and sliding very efficiently down the rope. This is my preferred method of descending a legless rope climb when I have a large chunk of reps or I'm in a longer workout with a lot of reps where efficiency is my primary concern, not necessarily speed. So I have a lot of reps, it's paired with a lot of other things, there's a ton of interference. I want to be as efficient as I possibly can, wasting as little energy as possible down the rope. This is the method that I use. And the final method for descending the rope using a legless ascent is going to be the pinch and slide. This is the fastest method to descend the rope. It is the least efficient also, but if you're just moving through one chunk of legless and you're trying to sprint it, this is the way to do it. So you'll notice I ascend the rope legless, swing in the legs to give me momentum for each next reach. Once I touch that 15-foot mark, I immediately squeeze my thighs together and pinch the rope in between, and I slide about halfway down the rope. I maybe get 3 to 3.5 feet of sliding before I pinch the rope with my hands and stop my downward momentum. You'll notice as my legs swing back and away from the ropes. So when I'm sliding down, I'm in a pseudo kind of L position, pinching the rope in between my legs. When I stop my descent with my hands, my legs are going to come back. And as my legs sweep back behind the rope, I let go completely and jump down to the floor. What you'll notice when you watch in slow motion is I ascend, I touch that 15-foot mark. I pinch the rope with my thighs and slide. When I squeeze, my feet come back, and that's when I release the rope to drop down. You'll notice a subtle thing is as I drop, I push the rope away so that it's not getting in the way of my feet when I land. So this is a small nuance that can just help you be a bit more safe on this style of descent. That way, if you're climbing a rope with some leftover rope hanging on the floor, it's not getting in the way of your feet for a rolled ankle or anything like that. So again, I ascend, touch that 15-foot mark. I then pinch the rope with my thighs and slide. Then when I get about 3.5 feet down, I squeeze the rope with my hands to stop my downward momentum. As my feet fall back and come back behind the rope, I drop and let go, and then push the rope away as I slide down. And that's a very fast method of descending the rope. So hope this helps you guys get better at rope climbs. Descending is almost as important as ascending the rope, especially in a workout with a lot of reps. So practice these under like a 10-minute EMOM, just working on developing the skill of descending quickly and efficiently. And this will make you guys way fitter when doing rope climbs.